I'm Mr. J, and today's Thursday, March the 30th, 2023. Well, there seems to be a mark on this page. I don't know why. Anyways, tomorrow we're going to have our culture class. Don't forget, tomorrow is our St. Patrick's Day culture class, so don't come too early. And when you finish, you should go. If you're studying for exams, that's fine. You can study for exams in the room at the end of the hall after you do the culture class if you want. So don't worry about that. You can still study for exams too. There's lots of time left. Anyways, today's news is what? Today's news is debatable. Debatable, sure. Korea cuts tourist red tape, aims to triple visitors this year. So because of Corona, I guess there's lots of restrictions so that visitors from other countries couldn't come, right? Tourists couldn't come to Korea. So I guess last year there's only about 3 million people or so that came to Korea. But now they want to triple it to have like 9 or 10 million people this year. So they're making it easier for visitors to come to Korea, for tourists to come. They're making visas easier so people can come without having to make visas and that. Or also because a lot of visitors like K-pop if they're from like China and that. So they will do K-pop concerts and that too to try to attract visitors to come into Korea. So it's interesting. I don't know. I prefer less people myself, but I have a house in Misudong that's an Airbnb house. So if more people go into that, I guess it's good news for me. But definitely debatable because some people might not like this. All right, let's go to our weather. How's the weather today?
It'll be cloudy, with a high of 18 and a low of 11. Right now it's 18 and mostly cloudy.
Okay, cloudy. What about tomorrow?
It'll be mostly sunny, with a high of 21 and a low of 11.
Wow, 21. That's the highest I think it's been so far this year. I don't know if I'm wrong. Let me know. So it's getting warm. Warmer and warmer, right? Let's go to our expression. Today we're going to have an expression. Beat around the bush. Beat around the bush. Bush, right? Would be what? Do you know what bush is? Like dumber. And then our dumber. Chui. Cho. Pang, pang, pang. What does that mean? It means this, actually. Here. This is the best translation of it, I think. Okay? So. And it's very common. You will hear it often enough. So you should definitely know it if you can. Beat, number 1. Beat. 2. Now I'm going to separate it by syllables. 3. Round. 4. The. 5. Bush. So there's just 5 syllables, right? Bush. Bush. No emphasis. No emphasis because it's an expression. Bush. Bush, 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 the bush, the bush, the bush, round, round the bush, around the bush, beat around the bush. So normally people might say, don't beat around the bush, right? Just say yes or no, don't beat around the bush. A lot of foreigners think Koreans beat around the bush because Koreans don't want to be rude and say no or yes or something. So they'll try to be polite, but some North Americans might think Koreans are beating around the bush, right? Beat around the bush. So I want to know, in your family, who beats around the bush the most? In your family, who beats around the bush? Okay, that's it. All right. So we talked about beat around the bush. We talked about the weather. It's going to be 21 tomorrow. Wow. And we talked about the news, which is Korea's trying to get more tourists to come in. Okay. I hope you guys have a good one. Remember, tomorrow's our culture class. I'll see you then. Goodbye.